output should. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your responses. Let's stop the chat. Okay. Okay. So in the last session, we have discussed about performing the CI/CD stages using the code. Okay. Right. That code is also called as Groovy code. That code is also called as Groovy code, and that file is called as a Jenkins file. Okay. We know that. Okay. What's our agenda for today's session? What is our agenda for today's session? We'll be learning about a different type of job called as a multi-branch pipeline, which is very, very important. Multi-branch pipeline. I want to discuss about multi-branch pipeline and how can we trigger the jobs automatically. Okay, we are running till now. We are learned how to run the jobs manually, but today we'll be experiencing how can we trigger the jobs automatically. So this is our agenda for today's session. So without getting into delay, let it get into the concept of multi-branch pipeline. Okay, so let's have an interaction. Kumar Raja.
Hi Sunil, good evening.
Good evening, Kumar.
My question is regarding the delivery. We are adding the Groovy script for delivery, right?
You are right.
Yes. So is it like that after we get the approval from the testing, then only we will add that, right?
Yes, you are right. In the last example, there was no approval concept. Everything we have completed all the 5 stages, isn't it, Kumar?
Yes. Yes.
But practically after approval only, it should go to delivery. Okay. How can we do that? We'll be seeing it soon.
Okay. So one more thing, means once we added the delivery script and we delivered it, after the delivery we will remove it?
No, we will not edit the script.
Okay.
Script is fixed. Okay. At runtime, the script behavior changes. So you'll understand it when we look at the practicals. Okay.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, Kumar.
Okay, I will wait for it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Please drop your hand. Muthuswamy.
Actually, I gone through yesterday's thing. In the snippet generator, actually, you are side by side. We have to write the code in Notepad. Is it actually?
It's always better. It's always better to write it in a notepad and then copy from the notepad to the actual pipeline tab.
No, it will not populate automatically from the snippet generator.
No. It will not get automatically populated. You have to copy.
Then what is the use actually? Just to, because the snippet generator it will giving just only SH and the code. That's it, am I right?
That's it. Yes.
That we can do it on our own actually. What is the purpose of it? Actually?
No, if you want to make yourself comfortable with the single quotes and all this, you don't want a headache. You can use snippet generator or you can avoid it. But you can, to that extent, you can help in allocating the node syntax and generating the state syntax. To that extent, you can use it. Okay, but rest of the things, if you don't want, you can directly write the code. Okay.
Okay.
People already who once you are comfortable writing the Groovy code, we don't need the snippet generator, as you said. We will directly write the script once you are familiar with it. Okay. Okay.
So directly, like
it's not mandatory that you need to use snippet generator. For the beginning couple of times you can use snippet generator. Once you're comfortable with the syntax, you can write it syntax by yourself without the help of a snippet generator.
But they have incorporated that functionality within Jenkins. Means that means like what is the primary use of it actually?
For a beginner's point of view, just to generate the script. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Please drop your hand. Sridhar.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's regarding the Jenkins starting process. The service which we start, right? Java, jar, Jenkins.var.
Yeah.
So every time after restarting the dev instance, so we need to start that
You're
like
right.
explicitly.
You're right. You're right.
Is there any way to automate it? Like
The first point, why are we stopping and starting every day? Because these are not the live instances, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, Sunil. Yeah.
So, but practically at the real time, do you think the service, the EC2 machines will be stopped and start using the production QA and dev will be stopped and start? They will never be stopped and start. They will be continuously running, isn't it?
Yes.
Sridhar.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this will not be the typical case in the real time. So we don't need
Okay.
to, the instances will never be stopped. So you will not have this issue at all. Okay, Sridhar?
Okay. Okay. Andy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you. Please drop your hand. Yes, Naveen.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Naveen.
Sir, in real time, how we generate that code, sir? But here it's a sample code that we can generate, okay, from Jenkins. But in real time, how it is exactly?
The same code is used in the real time. The syntax does not change, isn't it? Whether it is a live or testing environment or in the training also. So in the real time also the code will be the same. Okay.
The
It's
same
not
code,
a it's not a complex code. We are doing that code, doing that in a step-by-step process using that particular code. That's it. The same code is used in the real time. Okay.
okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, today's session is understanding a multi-branch pipeline. Okay. This is something related to branching concept in Git. This is something related to branching concept in Git. In Git, do you remember in the beginning classes we have discussed about the concept of branching? We all know that whenever you initialize the working directory, by default a branch gets created. The name of the branch is, you are right, the name of the branch is master branch. So developer by default, whenever he creates the files, that files belongs to master branch. When client gives the requirement on a new functionality, it's always good practice. The developers will ask the developers to create a new branch and place the files on the new branch, isn't it? So we have discussed about the concept of branching. This multi-branch pipeline example, what we are dealing now in Jenkins, is related to the branching concept of Jenkins. Sorry, the branching concept of Git. So how is it related? Let's try to understand it. Statement 1. When developer creates the code for multiple functionalities, developer is creating the code for multiple functionalities, he will generally do it in separate branches. You're right, isn't it? Functionality 1, branch 1, functionality 2, branch 2. He will do it in separate branches. Fine. Every branch contains a code related to one functionality. Yes, obviously, every branch will have the code specific to one functionality. Along with the code, developer will also create Jenkins file for each branch. Developer also maintains a Jenkins file for each branch. If there are two functionalities, there will be two branches. When there are two branches, there will be two Jenkins file. Again, coming back to statement, Jenkins file is nothing but the Groovy code. The Jenkins file obviously contains the CI/CD stages to perform on specific branch. All these branches along with the Jenkins file will be uploaded into the GitHub repository. We should create a Jenkins job which will work on these branches parallelly and execute the steps on different Jenkins files. I am sure. I think you're not comfortable with the theory, isn't it, Anuj? What did you understand with this theory?
I understood that just like a developer creates a code, he has a master branch and he has a child branches based upon different functionality.
Okay.
So once he commit the code, the complete tree along with the master branch, along with the child branches get into the GitHub. So once we process the CI/CD stages, I have noticed we mentioned specifically the branch name, that master. Now
One
we
minute,
can,
1 minute, 1 minute. Where did we mention?
while just creating a job, we mention it slash
You
somewhere
meant to say
slash master.
yesterday's session, did we mention?
No, yesterday's session we did not, but in the freestyle project we mentioned master. In freestyle
No,
project,
no,
I've
1 minute,
seen
1 minute, 1 minute. You are, sorry, this is not, I'm talking about
freestyle project.
1 minute. Oh, where was yesterday's notes? Sorry. Pipeline job. You're talking about this one?
No, I'm not talking about this one.
Mhm,
While when we were creating freestyle project,
mhm.
we specifically mention in one particular path master.
Okay,
the branch.
okay.
So that
okay.
only process. In fact, I was about to ask this question.
Okay.
In that case, it will only process the master code.
Okay, fine.
Right?
Okay. Okay,
Is that
so
the
this
statement I correct?
concept, now what you say that according to this theory, when you use this multi-branch pipeline, the complete tree will be processed. Am I right?
No, no. I hope when we will be working on this multi-branch pipeline, this either the complete or the child will be processed.
Okay, good. So what you're understanding is almost correct. Okay.
But
So
let me know the statement which I made initially in freestyle project. We mentioned a specific master
by
that was
default,
only
by default,
right.
yes, you are
Okay.
right.
That master branch.
The moment when you link a GitHub repository URL, by default it picks up the master branch because there is no doubt every GitHub repository will have a master branch. So that's the reason it picks up master branch. Okay.
So there is any option to specify child over there in
You
freestyle?
can, yes. Okay. No. Here, once you look at this example, you'll understand. Okay.
Okay. Please continue.
You'll understand it. Okay. The point is, Anuj, the Jenkins, along with the code, developer will create Jenkins file for every branch, assuming there are 2 branches.
Mhm.
So there will be one Jenkins file for first
Groovy
branch.
code.
Yes, Groovy code for one branch and Groovy code for the child branch also.
Right.
So 2 separate Groovy codes. Okay.
Correct.
Because this is separate functionality and this is separate functionality, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay. In which cases we should go for multi-branch pipeline? Many cases we go for multi-branch pipeline, and this is one of the frequently asked questions in the interview. So you need to understand it. Concept is very simple. All these branches along with the Jenkins file will upload into GitHub repository. That's okay. Now we will create a Jenkins file to process. That's fine. Anuj, this diagram depicts that there are 2 branches. One is master branch, the other one is test branch, right?
Child, right.
So master branch is having functionality 1, test branch is having functionality 2. Okay.
2.
Let's say both are delivered into production. Assume both are delivered to production. Fine. Okay. Now client wants some modifications. In the test branch. Anuj. Client wants modification in the
test branch.
So what the developer will do, developer will log in, he will connect to that particular test branch and modify the source code.
Right.
And commits the code into the GitHub repository. Then this multi-branch pipeline will, as it detects that the changes are done only to the test branch, only this test branch is processed, because master branch there is no meaning to process.
Correct.
Why should we process master branch again? Master branch there is no changes.
True.
So when client wants changes in functionality 1, only that code gets processed. When client wants changes in the second functionality, only that code gets processed. When client wants changes in both the functionalities, both the code will be processed. Got it?
Correct.
So is it dealing with multiple branches? Yes, it is dealing with multiple branches. And how can you deal with multiple branches? By using the concept of multi-branch pipeline. Okay, Jenkins? Oh, so okay, Anuj. So let's move on. So what I do,
You're still not well, Sunil. You need to take rest.
But better than day by day, I'm feeling better. That's enough for me. Okay, so
So Sunil, yesterday we were processing only one code, right?
One
One
branch.
Groovy code, one
One
branch.
You're right.
So now if we have 10 branches, we will have 10
Yes.
Groovy codes and they all were interlinked.
Yes, you are
We
right.
are going to do it today. Okay.
Creating a new folder. Folder name can be anything. I'm writing it as multi-branch. Opening Git bash. Okay. This is the repository URL. Anuj, this is the repository URL. Okay.
Correct.
So what git clone command will do?
That will download the code.
Clone will help you to download the code from the GitHub repository, where
Local
it will be
laptop.
downloaded into the local machine from where you're running it. I'm running it in multi-branch directory. So obviously the clone will download the code. Code is downloaded. So obviously the code will be visible in the multi-branch. The repository is Maven. This is the code which I've been downloaded. Okay, Anuj?
Right. Non-local laptop.
In the local laptop. Okay.
Right.
Understand? Can you see there's a hidden folder .git? Okay.
.git, right.
So I remove this.
Because we already have working directory.
Yes. Now it is no more a working directory.
Okay. You converted it back as a local file.
Yeah, you're right. Think from a developer point of view. Participants, friends, try to understand. Wantedly, I'm making the conversation with Anuj so that the interaction will be more effective way of learning. So I'm taking help of Anuj. So please don't think otherwise. I am a developer. I got a requirement from the client. Whether forget about whether Java or .NET. As per the requirement, I have developed my code. Okay.
Right.
So where I'm saving my code in my F drive, multi-branch in Maven, I have somewhere I have created my fold. This directory does not have any importance. Anywhere you can save the code. This is the I'm a developer. I have developed my source code.
Correct.
So as my files, as my code is ready, now what I'll do, I convert the folder into working directory. I move the files into staging area. From the staging area, I move the files to the local repository. That's what I do. I have to do it. Developer does it, isn't it, Anuj?
Right.
So I am opening the terminal. Git init. Converted the folder into working directory. By default, every file is a untracked file.
Untracked file.
Git add dot. Moving into staging area and then git commit -n. I'm moving into local repository by creating a commit called as a commit. This is done, Anuj.
Right.
think from a developer point of view. Developer move the files into staging area. From the staging area, move the files into local repository. Fine. Next. Developer got a requirement on a different functionality. Okay.
Right.
So what he needs to do, he will create a new branch.
Correct.
Okay. And then right now he's pointing to which branch? You can see right now he's pointing to master branch. So I will be creating a new branch. Git branch followed by the branch name. This. So I'm naming the branch as loans. Let's say it is related to loans functionality. Git branch followed by the branch name. The branch got created. Not only just creating the branch, I want to move to loans branch. Git check out loans branch. I have moved from master branch to loans branch. When a branch gets created, Anuj, coming back to the Git concept, when a branch gets created, the commit history will be copied into new branch, isn't it?
Correct.
So here also, how many commits we'll have? Git log -- one line. Here also you'll have one commit. Obviously one commit. So how many branches total? Your tree is having 2 branches. One is master branch. Master branch is having some files. Loans branch is also having some files. When I say commit is copied, technically files are getting copied. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. This concept is understood.
Fine. So I want to go back to any Any doubt, Anuj? Stop me. I want to go
No,
back to
no.
master branch.
Git checkout master.
I now move into master branch. Okay. In the master branch, we have a file called as Jenkins file. Can you see? There's a file called as Jenkins file.
Right.
Anuj. What
Right.
this Jenkins file contains the CI/CD stages. Can we see that particular file by using VI
Right.
editor?
Correct. We can.
We are looking at a file. The file name is Jenkins file present in the master branch. Agree?
Mhm.
As expected, the Jenkins file is nothing but having the code which is performing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is nothing but the code which we have discussed yesterday. Anuj.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And you are looking at a Jenkins file which is present in which branch?
Master.
Master branch. For simplicity purpose, I make some modifications to this particular Jenkins file. I want my Jenkins file to perform only 2 stages, download and build. I don't want to perform deployment, testing, and delivery. So in such case, I will be deleting these particular stages.
So Sunil, once the code is committed by the developer.
One minute.
so
I'll definitely give time to
Okay.
have an interaction. Right?
Right.
This is a Jenkins file present in the master branch performing how many stages?
Download and build too.
Well, only stages. So I wantedly change the names of the stages, continuous download underscore master, because we are doing it in the master branch. Just wantedly for the clarity purpose, underscore master.
Great.
Stage
Master.
name, I'm writing it as underscore master. Okay. I have
Correct.
made some changes in the file. Escape : WQ to save and quit. As this file has been modified, it starts tracking it as untracked file. Am I right?
Right.
It's an untracked file, Anuj. So
Right.
add dot and git commit -m. I'm writing it as b commit.
Be commit.
This is all done in which branch? Master
Master
branch.
branch.
I want to go back to loans branch. Check out
Check out loans.
Loans branch is also having Jenkins file, isn't it?
Right.
Agree? So I want to open this particular Jenkins file. What this Jenkins file contains?
That Groovy code.
How many stages that Groovy code will have?
All 5 stages. It should.
You're right, all 5, because that's a different file. This is a different file.
Right. Code.
That Jenkins file is present in the master branch. This Jenkins file present in the loans branch.
Loans branch.
Am I right, Anuj?
Correct.
So because we have made some changes in one file, that will not reflect here because it's altogether present in a different branch. Am I right, Anuj?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. For simplicity purpose, I delete. I want to have only 2 stages, so I delete the remaining 3 stages. This Groovy code is very simple, Anuj. So do you think developers will feel difficult in generating this Groovy code? They can do it
No.
in a couple of minutes. Okay?
Correct. Because
So they
it's
don't
one
need to depend on a
syntax,
DevOps engineer.
Once
Okay.
syntax is there, they can put the script.
They
Scripts
are
over there.
people who can develop 500 to 1,000 lines of code. Okay, for them this is nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, true one.
So don't think that only DevOps engineer. Okay, DevOps engineer can do that, but developer can also do that. That's not a great issue at all. So
that was the question that once the code is pushed in the GitHub repository, they will be along with the code. This complete Groovy they will be pushing over there.
And stage names, as this is a stage belonging to loans branch, I'm writing it as underscore loans and underscore
Loans.
Okay, escape : WQ save and quit. We are pointing to loans branch. File has been modified. It's an untracked file again.
Correct.
So what the developer will do? Git add dot, he'll move it into
dot.
staging area, git commit.
Commit. C commit.
I'm performing C commit. Okay. Okay.
Right.
And then observe master branch is having one Jenkins file. Loans branch is also having Jenkins file.
Jenkins
Let me check
file.
out the master branch. I think I don't need to do that. I hope it is very clear. Both the branches are having separate Jenkins file. Coming back to theory. Along with the code, developer will also create Jenkins file for every branch. As you can see here, there are two branches, there are two Jenkins file. Jenkins file along with the code, it is integrated. It's not saved in a different location. Along with the code, Jenkins file is also integrated in the same, is placed in the same location that should perform specific code, that should perform CI/CD stages of that particular branch. Along these branches with the Jenkins file, it will be uploaded into, we have not used a git push command. We'll be seeing it soon. So that will be uploaded into the GitHub repository. So now what I will do, I will go to GitHub. Now pushing is not yet done, isn't it, Anuj?
Right.
So I already have in the GitHub repository. So Anuj, I'm creating a new repository. Repository name can be anything. I'm writing it as REP20 is the name of the repository which I want to create. That's it. Create repository. Repository got created, and these are the commands to push the code from the GitHub repository. So git remote add, which will link the local repository to the remote repository. Okay. And then git push -u origin. After origin, you can see you're getting as main. Main refers to master branch. I don't want to push master branch. I want to push both all the branches. -all is all about pushing all the branches to the GitHub repository. How many branches we are having? One is master branch, the other one is loans branch. So first let me link the local repository to the remote repository. The linking of local repository to remote is done, and then I'm writing a git push command which is helping you to push the branches into the GitHub repository. Pushing is done, Anuj.
Right. Right.
To this branch which we have, this repository. So click on refresh. Anuj.
Right.
The repository has been updated. Okay. Where can you see that this repository is having two branches? Name of the repository is REP20, right?
Right.
How many branches this repository should have?
It's two mentions in front of us.
Yes, it is clearly mentioned here. There are two branches. Right now, this is loads branch. This is the code related to loads branch. You can select master branch, and this is the code related to master branch. Okay.
Right.
So this is done by developer. Till now, whatever we have done is from a developer perspective. Developer gets the requirements on multiple functionalities. As per the concept, he's creating multiple branches and then placing the properly files in the multiple branches, and finally pushing the code into the GitHub repository. Okay, clear?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Now you have any question?
So that means, I know you already clarified that developer write a Jenkins file over there and create a Groovy code. So that means developer create everything in the code level as well before processing it to CI/CD stage. It's already there in the code, Groovy code.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Please proceed.
Yes, Naveen.
Hi, sir. Sir, where did you get that Jenkins file in loans branch?
No, I have created it. Okay. This is the file. I have created it. Okay.
Okay.
Naveen?
Okay,
I have created it and I have named it as Jenkins file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Please drop your hand, Muthuswamy.
While you are creating the master branch and That is fine actually. You created one repository, you cloned it, and you created the master branch.
Yes, you're
But
right.
when you're creating the loans branch, how come files are visible there
Where
in the loans branch? Because like
when you check out the loans branch,
right,
okay, when you check out the loans branch, when you click on LS, you will see the list of files related to loans branch. Okay.
we have not copied the files, am I right, to that branch actually? How come? Because the
No,
files are
one minute. Right now we are pointing to which branch?
See, first while we cloned that repository,
I'm answering your question.
yeah,
Okay. Muthu, I got your question. Right now you're pointing to which branch?
master branch.
Can we move to loans branch?
Yeah, git checkout loads.
Let's first go to loans. Okay.
Right.
How many files are there in the loans branch?
Because
How many number of files? LS.
LS, okay.
To see list of all the files. This is, I want to read this particular file using the editor.
No, I got your point.
I
Sunil,
am
but-
answering your point. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see this is underscore loans and underscore loans? So this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
clear that this file belongs to,
Yeah.
this file belongs to, these all the files are belonging to loans branch. Now your question is, how all these files are belonging to loans branch?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
When I say that, do you remember in the branching concept, when I say whenever a new branch got created, Muthu, so
Yeah.
the commit history will be copied, I said.
Yeah. Commit history will be copied. Correct.
Commit
Yeah.
history is nothing but, let's say if you have created an A commit,
Okay.
that commit history will be, when I say commits, you are handling the files. When commits are getting copied, in other words, files gets copied.
Okay. Got it.
We will always, Git always handles the files using commits only. Okay. Got it?
Got it. Thanks.
Okay.
So by that way it got copied, am I right?
Yeah,
So
right. By the way,
But creating this Jenkins file means like creating a repository, we have to do it manually. Since you already had, you cloned it actually, correct?
because if a developer will create the code from the scratch, right? So
Right.
so to have some files, I have cloned it. That's it. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Please drop your hand. So Anuj, in the beginning days, visualizing Git was not easy, isn't it? Anuj, isn't it? So commits are getting copied, branch, merging, all this, isn't it? But now you're understanding when you deal the code at right from the inception point of view or at the time of origin, from clearly developer modularize the code using Git concept, then definitely it will be easy to handle. Okay, complex scenarios also. Am I right, Anuj?
Sorry, with mic issues, I need to join from 285. Sometimes it
Okay,
prompts to
okay.
another where mic is not working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's great. Developer is writing everything in the code itself.
Yeah. That's what the point is. When at the beginning, especially when you started learning DevOps, it's very difficult to understand Git because everything we have to visualize. Anuj, do you remember when I said that the commit gets copied? What do you mean by commit and all this? Especially, it's very difficult to visualize. But I hope you're all understanding how exactly.
Sunil, we
can-
understand each and every word of yours. That's why, in spite of any situation, we join your call.
Thank you.
Your way of explaining is fabulous.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But now it's more clear how we are handling the code. Everything is there in the code.
Yes.
CI/CD stages even.
Oh, thank you for your appreciation, and I keep up to your what to say expectations. Okay.
Thank you.
So done. So developer has done his job is pushing the code into the GitHub repository. Two functionalities, both the code are uploaded to GitHub repository. Now let's get into Jenkins. Today 11 o'clock I have skipped it because I was feeling little weak.
No problem. You always can. Because if someone is not
I
well,
have
we
that
cannot
liberty, literally feeling I have that liberty because it's not a paid one, isn't it? So I can take a bit of cushion.
No, not even for paid one. If you are not good, you may not deliver at best. And we want best. If you are good, then we can continue.
Thank you.
Sunil, please proceed. Then give me time to ask one or two questions.
Sorry,
Please proceed. Then allow me to ask one or two questions.
you can ask because meanwhile
Okay,
Jenkins is running.
okay,
You can ask
okay.
me now.
So that means initially when we were processing with Groovy code, so if developer has not
No.
integrated
What do you mean by VY processing?
and okay, while creating a job, writing a Groovy code
And
to
then we have
process,
copied that code in the pipeline
right?
tab.
Yeah, we are
Instead of
CI/CD
that,
stages.
create one exclusive file and place that file where the code itself, and then that file will handle it.
Correct.
Okay.
So that means in first scenario, that particular Jenkins file, if some developer do not put it, we can do it by
We can do it.
at Jenkins level.
You can do it. Okay.
And here the developer integrated that
In
particular
fact,
task in the code itself.
assuming developer has not created Jenkins file,
Right.
let's say developer is not at all interested in creating Jenkins file because it's not his part of the code, his part of the
Right.
work.
Right.
You can do what thing? GitHub provides a provision to upload the particular file within the repository from the user interface. Add
Oh,
file.
add
You
file.
want to, you have an add file. So create a file in your personal laptop and then upload the files and say create one file and then browse where exactly you placed your file and then upload it. That will be part of this particular Jenkins file. Okay.
So that's a Groovy code. The Groovy
That's a
code
Groovy
we can
code.
upload. We can
Yeah,
upload
you're
it.
right.
And yesterday, when we performed that CI/CD stages by writing a Groovy code manually and processing it. Correct?
You have to know that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. For understanding point of view.
You're right.
Thank you.
Without that, if I directly show this, it will not be meaningful.
Correct. That definitely. I'm just correlating that. Yesterday you
you're
showed
right.
us. Now we are doing it in a
Yes,
better way.
as part of the code. Along with
Yeah.
the code, we are having it a separate file.
Perfect. But for every branch, we have to upload then.
As long as when you're dealing with multi-branch pipeline.
Multi-branch, right?
Okay.
True one. Got it.
I'm logging into Jenkins. Creating a new item. Job name can be anything. Job 1. And it is of multi-branch pipeline. Okay.
Right.
Anuj?
Right.
It's a multi-branch pipeline. Okay. And then go to branch sources. Add source, obviously Git, and mention the repository. Which repository? The repository which I just now uploaded. This one, repository 20. Repo 20. So the repository URL is here.
Right.
So I mentioned the repository URL. Okay. And then that's it. Next, scan for multi-branch pipeline triggers tab. Run the job periodically. Select the option periodically. Interval 1 minute. What does that mean? Anuj.
That after every 1 minute, this will run. This will rescan the codes, perform the stages.
Okay. Every 1 minute, it will not run. Every 1 minute, it will check for the changes in the GitHub repository.
Changes. Yep.
Okay. You already know this, Anuj. Looks like you already learned DevOps. Huh?
No, 14 years of experience in the same field. work with lot many developers. Now I am
Uh,
getting more understanding. Sometimes they
you
called, we have a release in place, we have a commits, but I don't get it. I need to set up the infra. Interesting.
by the way, how you got to know about our training?
Sunil, you may contest an election in Hyderabad soon after this. No, lot many people know you around the world.
Definitely next election I'll be contesting and I'll be expecting only one vote from you.
Yes, you will get multiple from all across the world, getting famous like Modi. You know
Okay,
how many
so
participants joining from Canada, Australia, all across the world.
okay. So two options. One is brand sources. I have mentioned the GitHub repository URL, and that's it. And then scan for multi-branch pipeline triggers, and then interval 1 minute. I'll be explaining this. First, look at the result. Click on apply. Click on save. Go back to the dashboard. Okay, and you can see by this time the job has been triggered automatically. Go to your job. Select the job as it is multi-branch pipeline because Anuj, you have already mentioned the GitHub repository URL. It detected that GitHub repository is having 2 branches.
Okay,
Anuj,
perfect. Right.
this repository URL you have mentioned, right? So using this repository URL, it understood that there are 2 branches. One is master branch, the other one is loans branch, and then go to master branch. The master branch is having the CI/CD's code. So that is getting executed, and that's the reason for clarity purpose I have named it as underscore master. Now you may have a reason why did I use underscore master in the stage name? Just to prove that this is Jenkins file which is running, which is belonging in the master branch.
Perfect.
And if you go back to loans branch is also having Jenkins code, which is having 2 stages, and you can see stage name wanted I have changed it to underscore loans. Just to prove that this is Jenkins file which is running, which is present in the loans branch.
So let me recall, you only created one project, right? And that selected multi-branch pipeline. It automatically detects both, right?
Yeah, and in that we have created a new branch and the new job that is a multi-branch pipeline job, and I mentioned the GitHub repository URL. As our repository URL is having 2 branches, you can see both the branches here.
Right, and this job were automatically created. You can see in the dashboard loans and master.
Oh, this is the branch names, not the job names.
Right. Okay, branches.
Okay. Branch names. Got it? Whatever the branch names here, that will be referred here. Okay. What we have mentioned is only job name. That's it. Job 1, isn't it?
Job 1.
Agree.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, it's showing branches. Perfect.
It's a branches, right?
Correct.
Isn't it? How simple it is.
Man. So if my for example, if my developer push a third branch.
No. I will answer to that point. So let me clarify. So I have selected multi-branch pipeline, and this is very important. Check for scan for multi-branch multi-line pipeline triggers. Check periodically. If not, otherwise interval I have mentioned it as 1 minute. So please don't think that every 1 minute it will get executed. So no, every 1 minute it will not be executed. Okay, it has now executed once. Next, when it gets executed, only when the developer makes some modifications on the GitHub source code, GitHub, and then again he pushes the code into the GitHub repository. When the code has been pushed up into the GitHub repository, then the job gets executed. Okay. Right. By now I am justifying the meaning of the term continuous. Why it is called continuous? This process is continuous. When the developer uploads the code into the GitHub repository, automatically the code should download it. It should build a updated artifact, and it should be delivered, deployed, tested, and delivered.
This will eat away a lot of jobs, Sunil. One button click is doing everything.
Yes. So let's replicate the scenario. So instead of pushing, as I also want to show you, we can, GitHub is more interactive. It helps us to modify the code from the user interface only. So for example, there's a readme.md, assuming this is one file, and you can see that file is present now in the, right now I'm pointing into loans branch, and assuming this is one source code. I'm here we have an option of edit the file. Let's say developer is editing the source code. Let's say as per the new requirement, he has modified the source code. As the source code has been modified from the GitHub only, we have an option to commit. Okay, instead of committing from the local repository, directly I'm committing it to the Remote repository. Anuj, I'm committing the file present in which branch? Loans branch.
Loans
Okay.
branch.
So I'm updating the source code present in the loans branch. As the loans branch code got updated, every 1 minute, your Jenkins jobs will scan for the changes. Okay, as I now your Jenkins job will identify that there is changes in the source code, that is especially in the loans branch. Only that particular source loans branch will be picked up and executed for the second time. Let's
Automatically it will.
wait. Let's wait. You have to wait for 1 minute. See, second iteration.
Yep.
See, second iteration has been processed. Got it? Anuj?
Right.
And go back to master branch. Is there any code disturbed in the master branch?
No.
No. So it's only one iteration. Okay. Independent. Yes. Why do you want to process the complete code? It's only changes in the loans branch. Your client will ask you only process that particular branch. All this happens. That's how many participants will ask how exactly one tool will be integrated with other tool. Not all the tools can be integrated, but you can clearly see Git, Mav, and Jenkins are strongly integrated. Okay.
Perfect.
To perform the CI/CD stages. Okay.
So Git has many functionalities of editing code and other things right away from that console only.
Yeah, you can do that from the console only, or you can go back and then push the code from
Right.
your code
Tracking
also, whichever you feel comfortable.
untracked file, then tracked,
Yeah,
commit,
yeah, you
then
can
all.
do that. Hi, Azam.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Azam.
Sir, suppose I have 3 branches in GitHub.
You
So
have?
I want 3 branches in GitHub.
3 branches.
And
Okay.
only I want to execute 2 branch job. So how I can skip 1 branch?
No. Did we manually running the jobs? First point.
No. Not manually.
We are not manually running
multi-branch
the job.
pipeline.
This loans branch also,
Mhm.
second iteration, did we manually run it?
No, it's
It
not.
has been automatically executed. Okay. So when changes happens to 2 branches, only those 2 branches gets automatically processed, Hazam. Okay.
Yes.
There's no scope for us to select because we don't want it select. That's what automation wants, isn't it, Hazam? Okay. When changes are done to specific branch, only that should be processed.
That will be processed.
You're right.
I'm talking about first. Suppose
For the first iteration, everything will be processed for the first iteration.
Suppose I want to skip particular branch, then is there any option to skip that branch?
No. In that case, we should not push all the branches. Okay. From a local repository only. So don't create the branch. First, push the existing functionality, and then later, if you want, you can create a new branch and again append that new branch to the existing GitHub repository. That can also be done.
In scan section, that will scan all the branches available.
That will scan all the branches, not specific to one. That is scanning the entire repository. Okay. Clear, Anuj?
Yep, I'm clear.
Okay. So, okay. So in the interview, they ask you this scenario: how do you handle independent functionalities? Okay. This can be handled by using a multi-branch pipeline. Okay. So now you know what is multi-branch pipeline. Now, what do you mean now, Anuj? What do you mean by why are we prefixing the term continuous before each stage? Because everything happens continuously.
Each time there is a change, everything triggers automatically.
It's a cycle. Okay, agile methodology. Okay, emphasizes in iterative developments, incremental. I hope you know the concept, isn't it, Agile?
Right. So if a customer is having a website with so many pages at a time, he wants modification in loans tab. He will call developer modify loans tab.
Yes, you're right.
He called that FD. Okay, modify each developer will doing commits and the pages will be getting reflected.
You're right. Assuming a Facebook application which is having a lot of functionalities. Okay, if you see Facebook application which is 6 months back is not now same. Always you frequently find changes, isn't it, Anuj?
Correct.
Facebook page. So frequent change. Facebook implements DevOps. It's very, very difficult. Their applications will very difficult to manage in future without DevOps methodology. Okay.
Right. One person sitting can control everything. He need to work on a particular functionality.
Yes,
keep
you're
updating.
Right. You're right. And REST will not be developed. REST cannot be. REST is not disturbed. And one more thing, if you integrate Anuj, if I hope you have attended that Saturday project one,
Yep,
Sunday project.
I forgot, and
If
I spent whole day 15th August listening
okay,
that project 2 times.
if you use Nexus repository, they have different artifact repositories are also available, so that you can roll
Right.
back to previous repository. What else you can expect from the IT organization if you use DevOps methodology? Cutting edge
Perf-
advantage. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's what we have planned for today's session. I hope you have enjoyed the session. The next coming topics of Jenkins is email integration, which is very, very important. How can we integrate emails to Jenkins? I'll practically show how I will receive emails from Jenkins to my Gmail address. That's first point. How to go for approval. Your job should wait for the approval, and then sometimes your client says that the job should get executed not when the repository gets updated. They always have a specific time. Always delivery should happen at 9 p.m. at night or specific time interval. So we can perform a cron job format. We can schedule that job period, scheduling the job rather than scanning as per the GitHub repository modifications. So these are the pending topics. With that, we'll be completing Jenkins. I want to take the session tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Anyways, you are in the WhatsApp group. You get the updates in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so with that, we'll be completing Jenkins, and then we move into one more interesting topic that is called as Docker. Okay, thank you all, and have a nice weekend. Bye, everybody.
Good to see you.